Hi, so this is what I would do if I was the producers of Wags to Riches, quarterback, and wide receiver. I love the show Starting Five on Netflix. Starting Five is about 5 starring NBA players, and their show is just way more interesting than quarterback, wide receiver, and Wags to Riches. Now, we could put all those together by making one show about NFL players and their wives or girlfriends. I'm at the gym, and I really want to say this because I know I'm not going to make the video if I don't record right now. So, last season, if you keep up with people on TikTok, there is a couple of wives and girlfriends that make TikToks basically around them being wags. And if you take, I forgot her name, I'm going to say her name wrong so bad, but her name is Chon Johnson, and her husband plays for the New Orleans Saints. She recently had a baby, her second child, and she was vlogging and making videos when she was stuck in the hurricane in New Orleans, and she was talking about getting a generator and how the power went out, and she was about to have a baby. That would have been the perfect person to be on the show. And then now he may be getting traded. He's in the whole, renewal of the contracts. Another interesting point. Another wag that would be perfect for the show and couple would be Chelsea Gilmore. And her husband, he played for the Dallas Cowboys, then he got traded to the Miami Dolphins, then he got traded to the LA Rams. Now that would be perfect. That specific couple would be perfect because she recently had a baby. Also, this can show people what it's like to be traded, what it's like to buying a new house, what's it like selling a house, what's it like moving or having a baby. And she also was in Dallas while he was in LA. There's a storyline right there without having to tear each other down or be weird and catty. It was just, Wags to Riches to me wasn't anything interesting. It gave definitely IG baddie, and it had nothing to do with sports, basically. It didn't give nothing. It's not similar to Hard Knocks. It wasn't like, definitely didn't give no Real Housewives of nobody. Not Potomac, not Atlanta. But how this ties into Starting Five, quarterback, and wide receiver. So those shows were cool, but I dislike quarterback and wide receiver because it was specifically towards positions. Now, not everybody's going to say yes. Not everybody's going to be interesting. Not everybody has that star power. So, niching down to one position was kind of stupid because if you think about quarterback, how many quarterbacks are going to say yes? Jalen Hurts seems like a very private man. Patrick Mahomes is already on the show. Kirk Cousins is already on the show. Lamar Jackson probably won't say yes. It's like, how do you pitch it to them without making it seem like you're in their private life? How do you pitch it to them without making it a distraction, following you around with all these cameras? Hard Knocks already bothers people, so giving them the inside scoop of what's going on isn't the funnest. But if you bring in a coach, like if you got to see behind the scenes of Mike Tomlin, his home life, his daughter plays, she does gymnastics at University of Georgia. He has a son that plays football at Boston College, if I'm not mistaken. Just getting the inside scoop of these people, but making it entertainment. Now, this is coming from a filmmaker, so obviously I want to hear real storylines. And I love reality TV. When I say I love reality TV, I mean I love Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Atlanta. And what do those shows have? Personality, women that you actually want to watch and understand and get to know more, do a deep dive about. I think Wags to Riches, the only person you want to get to know more was Sade, because how she carried herself. It's like, you're somebody I want to keep up with. You have a personality. You have morals and common sense. It's like, that's someone you want to watch. Or you can get behind the scenes. Like, I feel like Shannon Sharp would be someone, a former NFL player, talking about his transition out of the league. You can do Jason Kelsey and Kylie Kelsey, how they retired from the league and now they're pivoting into mainstream media, and their podcast taking off, and she's creating a podcast, and she's also pregnant with her 4th daughter. There's just so many people I feel like this opportunity should have went to, but like I said, if I haven't said it before, those people specifically, I don't think they'll fall into Wags to Riches. I think they'll fall into the life of an NFL player, families of NFL players, the NFL family, like something like that. But that's what I would do for the next season. I would personally just trash the show and leave wide receiver and quarterback where it is, make a whole new show basically, and do it like that. Even like getting Peyton Manning, the Manning family will be such an interesting family to follow since they have Archie Manning playing in college football. Like Ryan Clark would have been someone great because his son made it all the way to, college championships at Notre Dame, and his transition from Arizona, and he was talking about how they made that drive from Arizona to South Bend. It's just so much. I feel like if you keep up with social media, if you keep up with YouTube and everyone's podcasts and people's little snippets and articles, then you will see, oh my God, that person is so interesting. Oh my gosh, that person would be so cool to get a deep dive and follow around. There's so many wives and girlfriends that make vlogs already. There's already people that give you snippets of game day. I think her name is Gabby, and she's in a relationship with one of the NFL players at the Eagles, and she's in law school. She was talking about how, what's it like to be a student while your significant other is in a relationship, significant other is in the league and he got injured. Like, that would be so much more interesting. But yeah, that's my take, and Netflix, call me.